Hello friends, Ashton here. Today I'm going to share a small project with you. So this project is about a topic for Google Documents. So basically this project is going to show you how to merge multiple Google Documents into one single Google Doc. Okay, so this is the application here in Google Sheets, and I'm using Google Sheets as an input file, so we can input the files from the Google Sheets here. Like if I'm trying to import file some Google documents, I'd like to merge them together. So like if I want to merge these two together, and so this basically this table input, and we have some settings here for the output, and so when we have this input assigned, and if I click on this merge button, and it's going to try to merge the Google documents into one single document. And here we have this status. So if this is done, and you will see a merged version of the Google documents, and you will see here the document 1 and the document 2 here. I have some data here, so I have the paragraph here, and I have a table here, and the table cell with an image in this table, and also I have this image here, and the line, horizontal lines, and list items. So all of this basically the page elements, so we can have them merged together in one single document. So this is basically all the function here in this application here. So I have added some settings. So if you want to keep the page break, so this page break is not the page break in the document, is the page break between the documents. Okay, it's not the page break in the, like for example in the document 1 I have a page break, so this is not the page break, it's the page break between multiple documents. Okay, so basically if I want to keep a page break between doc 1 and doc 2, so if I have this checked, and then in the output of the file, so this is the doc 1, right, and in doc 2 here I have a page break here. So if I have this unchecked, and if I'm trying to merge it, and in this time it's going to create a document without the page break between doc 1 and doc 2. However, so this right now, so this is the content from the document 1, and this is from the document 2. You will see here there is no page break between the content from doc 1 and the content from doc 2. So this is that checkbox is working, is designed for. And you will see here the page break in document 2 is not going to remove it. Okay, it's going to keep the original page break here. So this is just to let you know what this is using for in the script. And so this folder, so if you want to move this file to a folder, so you can select a folder. If it didn't assign a folder for the merged file, it's fine. It's going to be, I think the file should be created in the same location where you store the first file of the document. So basically it's the same directory of the first file. And if you assign a folder, like search for merged, so if I input this folder here, and then we can generate this folder. This is the folder. So if I open this file, and let me just delete this file here. Move the trash. Yes. Okay, so this time maybe I can add one more file. So document 1, 2, 3, and this time when I'm trying to merge them together, and the file should be placed in this file, in this folder. So merge, and merging the files. This time we should have 3 files merged together. So this is document 3 here. So now it's done, and I can open this file here. So this is a merged file. So document 1 and document 2, and the last page, I think this is document 3. So that's basically the project I'd like to share with you. To use it, I think it should be easy to use. Just need to make a copy of the tool, and it should be easy for you to use it. You just like simply make a copy of it, and this button I think should here in this spreadsheet. And I do have some configurations in the this spreadsheet here. As you can see, some formulas to get the URL from this cell. So basically, this file selector. So you select file, and here, basically it's just an easier way for you to select a file from your Google Drive. A little bit easier. So you have this input, and you can do a search for the file you want to use. And if you maybe you picked a wrong file, so you're gonna add something like this, because I'm using some validation here in the formula to validate the data, because I only the script can only accept Google document. So if you enter the wrong file, so it's going to give you some kind of error like this, and some formulas here to do the job. And also this is a formula to get the URL of the folder. So basically same logic, right? And some named range. So you will see here some named range 1 for this keep page break, and another one merge doc status, and URL to the folder. So basically they are used by the script, and you should be able to find them in the script too. So don't change these named ranges, or it's going to break the code, the script. And for you guys, if you're trying to use my version, my script in your project, so you can go to the extensions app script. So this is only for the users who want to, try to use my code in your project. So you can go to the project, and so in this project, it's going to be very simple to use. So basically, helper functions, so merge docs and append docs. So basically, you're going to call this function merge docs in your project, and this function is going to take 3 parameters. Okay, so a list. So first parameter is going to be a list of URLs or IDs of Google Documents. Okay, so this is something we're going to pass it. And the second one is going to keep the page break. By default, is true. And the file name, the last one, is going to be the file name for your merged document. And by default, it's going to be using this as the file name. So it's a merged doc and plus a timestamp. Okay, and this is basically the function you need to call. And this append document is the core logic, so to handling the merged documents. So if it's called here, so it's basically it's going to loop through all the documents and append them one by one, right? So this is basically the logic, the core code in this function. So you don't need to worry about it. Just need to make sure you copy these 2 functions to your project, and then you can call this function from your project by assigning these parameters, and then it's going to work for you. And then it's going to return a merged Google Doc. So it's going to return a file, okay, a Google Drive file, and then you can build your own project by depending on this function here, right? So this is an example here to merge the document. So this is basically the script here. So we're using for this button here. So if you check this function here, so this is a merge docs script we assign to this button here. So let me just go through this very quickly. and this merge doc here. So here first I defined the helper function to update the status. So update the status and the message. So this is basically updating the values in these two cells, okay? And then what I'm doing here, I'm getting the spreadsheet by using the name of app. So then what I'm going to do here, I got this named range here. So 4 of them are named range, and get the keep page break parameter to get the value from there. And then I'm going to update the status. So it's going to, if we start to merge them, so it's going to start merging. And what I'm doing here, let me check. So the table input, I'm going to the values from the table input. So probably I should move this row to here. Okay, because I have some check here before we start to merge the documents. So here we got the table input, and here I'm going to slice. So I'm going to remove the header in the first row of this table input, and we got the value from the second row. I'm sorry, second column here. So this is V1 here, and we filter it by check the URL. Okay, so this is the filter function to check if the URL is startable. Basically, it's going to check if this URL is a document URL or not. And if we don't have any URLs, or we only have one thing URLs here, there is nothing to merge because it's just one or nothing. We have no document to merge. So at least we have 2 documents here in the input. And if the length, basically they check the URLs to be merged. So if the length is less or equal to 1, then we throw this error message here, right? And the folder here. So if we have a folder, I'm going to check if this folder is valid or not. If the folder is invalid, or you assign the wrong folder, maybe got some error message here, just in case the folder is invalid. And the folder is optional, like I said. So this is a check for the folder, and after we have a check for the input files and the folder, and we have everything ready to use, so then we start merging them together. And then in this try catch block, we just first merge the docs, and then if we have this folder assigned, and then we move the merged file into this folder. Okay, and if this is not assigned, this step won't be executed. And finally, I'm going to update the status by adding a URL to this document. So we updating the status to success, and we update this URL here for the merged file. So this is basically the example here to use this merge docs function here. So I'm calling this function here, right? So this is like a library you can use. Okay, so just need to make a copy of these 2 functions in your project, and this is how I use it here to call this function. And in your project you can do the same thing. Just need to in your project just need to get a list of the document URL to the document you want to merge, and some other optional parameters you can do here. And if you want to pass a file name, you can add your own file name here, right? So I think that's all about this project, and let me know if any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.